Did you know that Hawaii is the most isolated population center in the whole world? Between its 8 main islands, Oahu is the third largest with a total land area of 597 square miles. Hawaii's Resource Center for Data states on their website last updated July 1st, 2015, that Oahu's population is about 998,714. If you had to compare that to something, it would be like the whole state of South Dakota living in an area as small as half of Rhode Island. Because of the climate, culture, and interesting attractions, about 6 million tourists visit Oahu throughout the year. Today I will be talking about some of the attractions in Oahu: the USS Arizona Memorial, the Diamond Head Mountain, and the Polynesian Cultural Center. To start off, I'll talk about the USS Arizona Memorial. It is located at the Pearl Harbor. James P. Kelly, page editor, states on the World Book website last updated in 2016 that the United States built this naval base in the early 1900s. To start the tour, you're put in a mini theater and you watch about a 20-minute documentary film over the bombing of Pearl Harbor. Then you are put on a boat that takes you to the actual memorial. The memorial is not the ship because it was sunk during the attack, but it is a building on top of the ship but not touching it. When you first arrive, you walk into a huge room that has windows on the side and the ceiling. When you look out of the windows, you can see the ship from a really close distance. The next room in the memorial is called the Shrine Room. The Shrine Room holds a huge marble wall with the names of the 1,177 men who died on the ship. Now the Arizona is considered to be a resting place for those men. That is why they will never recover the ship, because it really is the burial spot for them. Next, I will talk about the Diamond Head Mountain. The name Diamond Head comes from a British sailor who thought there were diamonds in the soil of the mountain. Turns out it was just calcite crystals in the rock of the mountain. The mountain is located on the southeast side of Waikiki's coastline. It is Oahu's most recognized landmark, known for its historic background and amazing view. The mountain is a saucer-shaped crater created about 300,000 years ago from a volcanic eruption. During World War II, this mountain was used as a military station. There is a trail that was built as a part of Oahu's coastal defense system. It is a very tough, steep hike that gains about 560 feet as it ascends from the bottom. Once you climb the initial hike, it leads to stairs, and the stairs lead to a 225-foot tunnel that takes you to the fire control station. The fire control station is the place where men stood watch and directed artillery fire. Once you step out of the fire control station, you're on the summit of the mountain. You can look around and see various World War II bunkers built into the rock of the mountain. If you look down towards the coast, you see the navigational lighthouse built in 1917. When you're on the top, you can see the cities, forests, miles of ocean. It's really cool. Many people visit Diamond Head with their families, friends, or themselves for that exact reason. Lastly, I will talk about the Polynesian Cultural Center. The Cultural Center is Oahu's #1 paid attraction and has about 42 acres altogether. There are so many things you can do at this place. You can go on canoe rides, visit the villages, you can shop, you can go to the Ha Breath of Life show. In the 2012 edition of World Book, Boylan and Webster state that there are 7 villages in the Polynesian Cultural Center: Fiji, Hawaii, Marquise Islands, New Zealand, Samoa Islands, Tahiti, and Tonga. They have their own area for their villages, and at each village they have shows. During their shows, they talk about how the culture started, the population, the language, dance style, and other interesting facts about their culture. The show involves a lot of dancing, singing, and playing of instruments. After the show, they offer activities that correspond with their culture. Some might be making coconut milk with your own hands, making baskets out of palm tree leaves, or practicing your spear throwing. Later in the day, they offer an authentic Hawaiian meal. It consists of a roasted pig, local fish, fresh fruit, and other amazing Hawaiian food. During the evening, they have an optional Ha Breath of Life show. It is a story of birth and death, love and family, and triumph and tragedy. It features many natives, fire, song, and dance. I learned so much from this experience and had so much fun doing it too. Today I talked about the USS Arizona Memorial, Diamond Head Mountain, and the Polynesian Cultural Center. Each one of these places gives so much information and cultural background on Oahu, though they all have their very own something that makes them special in their own way.